Today, guys, we're talking about the different types of rental income you can receive from a residential property for real estate investing, short-term, mid-term, and long-term. Stay tuned to the end and you'll hear my views and what I'm thinking about this on all of these. Hey guys, real quick before we get in that video, my name is James Dean with James Dean, my real estate team, and I just wanted to make sure if you haven't done this already, make sure you hit that subscription button down below, the notification bell. What that does is keeps you notified every time we come up with a new video. We do at least 2 a week, and I just want to keep you updated and just cool things to do, cool things to see out here within the Woodland Park and Teller County area, and you get to see a little bit of how I like living my life out here as well. If you've got any questions or comments, please don't hesitate. Give me a call, shoot me a text at 719-266-2725. You can also email me at info@jdmret.net, and I will get back to you as fast as I can to answer any of those questions or comments. And if you've got any real estate needs out here whatsoever, please, once again, don't hesitate. Give me a call or shoot me that email or that text. This is James Dean with James Dean, my real estate team, the team leader here, and I absolutely love living here, and I love helping people out here in this area too. Hope you guys like this video. Okay guys, so now we're talking about the different types of income you can have from residential property. Long-term is your traditional type of income. It's the person that comes in, they sign a 1-year lease. At the end of that 1-year lease, you should be adjusting that rent based on what the rent increases happen through the area. I mean, if you've got a great renter, there's obviously reasons why you would not increase that, and it's 100% your prerogative, especially as they're paying down your mortgage. If it's somebody that you're just helping out, in a sense they might not be able to afford something else, but they're a great renter, you might not want to increase that. But if you're looking for that cash flow increase, it'll be something that you increase year over year as you renew that lease. You hear a lot of times people talk about the 0.1 rule or the 1% rule, making sure that rent is 1% of what the value of the home is. Now I'll tell you, in today's market, good luck with that. You're talking about a home that you bought for $400,000 that the comparable homes are renting out there for $1,900 to $2,000 a month on, and you're gonna try to charge $4,000 a month rent. Good luck getting somebody in there. It's hard to do in a long-term rent with the market having expanded the way it did on the cost of homes. There are other options. Short-term, another very common area in a big area that there's a lot of conflict on, and especially in the small towns and in the cities. You see a lot of back and forth on this, and I really, I think there's definitely a lot of room for folks to be able to go out there and get those investments in currently right now and be able to capitalize on that. But I also am a firm believer in the sense that I think the train's left the station on that. And what do I mean by saying that? I really feel like we've kind of lost, if you're kind of coming into that realm and you haven't started it yet, just plan on having an escape on that. Have different avenues that you can go to, whether it's long-term or mid-term, that you can, or even selling if you have to, if that shuts down. There's tons of places around the US right now where this is a city issue, and it's getting so loud that it won't be long until the counties, and some counties already will start getting involved with this, and then it'll become state and federal. There's going to be regulations that come out on this, and it's possibly going to get oversaturated. Now, a new emerging market, and it's not really new, but it's emerging because it's becoming more of a trend now, is the midterm rentals. And this is an area where I'm looking at personally for myself, and what the benefits and abilities you have with a midterm rental are pretty fascinating, but you want to make sure you've got all the different information that kind of comes out with the midterm rental. Now, a midterm rental, some of you might be asking, what is that? Well, in definition, most places classify short-term rental as anything 30 days or less on a rent. They got regulations out there for it. They've got HOA covenants that are set up there for it. Everything is based on that short-term rental. And midterm is more than 30 days, typically between 1 to 3 months is what a midterm rental is. Anytime less than a year really is a midterm rental on there. And who's going to be in that market, you might ask? Well, there's actually quite a few. There's lots of folks that are moving, that sold their home, and they're in that interim process of trying to find where they're going to move next. They need a place to stay for longer than a short-term rental is going to have, and a furnished midterm rental might be just right for them. There's traveling nurses. As we had this massive nurse shortage across the nation, there's traveling nurses traveling all over the place and having the ability to actually supply a place for them to stay. executives that might be coming or doing something in a different place or setting up a different restaurant or something. There's lots of different opportunities out there for these midterm rentals. And there's a lot of demand out there for it too. There's several websites that I've got set up that I'm watching the analytics on this and seeing where I'm going to be buying my midterm rentals for potentially in the future on this. And I can help you guys out with that if you reach out and you're curious about that stuff. But having an actual place, and this circumvents the issues with the short-term rental side, and you don't have a long-term person that's in there. Now, here's the interesting thing with a midterm rental. And this is just an average basis across the U.S. Different places are going to have different numbers. So please understand that. I'm just using this as a broad stroke just to kind of help drive home the point on this and what we've seen and what I've researched and found with these midterm rentals. You've got long-term rentals right now having a hard time producing that 0.8, 0.1, of the rent based on what the purchase of the home for. So it's hard to find a place that you can invest into that's going to be able to supply you with the ability to get your cash over cash for that monthly rent, that cash flow that comes out of that rental. It's not just paying your mortgage, but it's also got a little bit extra in it. That it's funny because we talk about extra, but when you talk about property management, you talk about maintenance breaks, costs, those emergency setups, so you've got those emergency funds set up for that. It really doesn't end up being a whole lot at first until it kind of grows through that process. It's very difficult to find those in the long-term realm. Your typical short-term rental, if we go back to that $200,000 example for a condo that we used in the previous video for investments, and we look at that, and if we looked at, if you're looking at a rent for that area and to get that 1% on there, it would have been $2,000 a month. $200,000 condo, you're probably looking at like a one-bedroom condo on there. It'd be hard to get $2,000 a month when they can go down the road and get a single-family home. It's got 3 bedrooms for $2,000 a month. So you're looking at a lot less on that for longevity, but when you can do a midterm out of that, midterms on average are getting twice as much per month as what a long-term is. So that, you're looking at that ability to be able to rent that place out, say a $400,000 home that would have rented normally for $1,900 a month. Now you can get that 1%, you can get that $4,000 a month on there because it's furnished and you're supplying them that unique location that they don't have to do a long-term lease on. They've got a midterm lease on that as well. And there's all different types of strategies on where you're going to market that, where are you going to furnish it, how are you going to furnish it, how are you going to stage it, how are you going to get your photos, where are you going to put it on the website, what websites you're going to use, all that stuff. So definitely things to think about, but that's kind of the realm that I'm in right now and what I'm diving deep into for myself personally, and being able to utilize the knowledge I have, and I would love to help you out with that same knowledge. So I hope this has been an interesting video for you. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, comments, whatever you've got, please send them to me. You can call, text me at 719-266-2725. You can also email me at info@jdmret.net. I would love to be your local real estate agent. I'd love to be your local expert. So anything, it doesn't have to be real estate related, please don't hesitate to ask. Let me know what those questions are and I will get them right back to you. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.